That last tackle that she made, she came up walking a little bit slowly, and as we talked about, having played a match earlier today, this is a lot of work for these young ladies.
Yeah, you're looking at 94 minutes of play plus the pressure of the shootout, and then back over here, just a couple hours of rest and right back on the pitch. Nice ball by Robinson into the box. Dangerous play that time. Nicely done by the Panthers to get it out of there with 25:47 remaining in regulation. 2-0 lead. The Lady Tigers from Evansville Memorial trying to pick up win number 22 on the season against only 2 defeats and cap a. This will definitely be a learning experience for this young Panther team, Coach. I mean, you've got freshmen and sophomores out there playing, and they're going to go into next season into Summit Athletic Conference and thinking those conference games are a walk in the park compared to a state championship game.
Well, it's really different when you get to the state tournament, and as you say, the young players getting a lot of valuable experience here. This game's certainly not over yet, but looking forward to next year, Snider should be quite formidable.
Now number 11 on the left side is Courtney Davies. She goes 50-50 and takes a tumble in front of the Panther bench. Number 9, Emily Hayden. They do the nutmeg sandwich on the play on Elsperman. Now Cade with a long ball into the Tiger territory. Tiernan getting back there defensively, trying to get something going. Right now the Panthers starting to press up a little bit more on the offensive end as we reach the halfway portion of the second half of play. Evansville Memorial holding on to a 2-0 lead from her defensive position against the Lady Eagles from Culver Academies. Great season by Harry Kanalakis and the Lady Eagles coming in undefeated. 2 teams, Coach had mentioned, coming in undefeated in the finals here, and both of them go home with a loss here at the state finals at Coon Stadium, that being Culver's Academies, along with earlier today the Noblesville Lady Millers. Awards, 1 male and 1 female scholar athlete with a $1,000 scholarship to help pay for the cost of higher education. Click on the Dial 1 Hour logo for more information. 22:58 remaining in regulation. 2-0 lead for Evansville Memorial over Fort Wayne Snider here in the 15th annual Girls State Championship game at Coon Stadium. To the midfield circle they go, and now the Tigers will regroup off the right side with number 9, Emily Hayden. She just tries to do the tightrope walk as from her teammates here on the near sideline. Now Carr trying to do a combination play, and that goes over the near touchline. As Evansville Memorial will try to do the double duty feed here for the Tigers and come up with a couple brass rings here in the 2008 campaign, but they're going to have a formidable opponent in the Zionsville Eagles, Coach, and he has got a rocket for a right leg. On set pieces today, he hit 2 crossbars.
Well, and it's not just simply the number of goals that he scored during the course of the year. The schedule that Zionsville plays it doesn't allow for him to score 3-4 goals against some teams that perhaps aren't as competitive. He's playing against some very good players and is just putting the ball in the goal at an incredible rate.
Yeah, not only doing a great job on set pieces, but also setting up his teammates with Corrado. Corrado got one of the assists on a cross earlier today, and he's one of those players that anything 35 yards and in, he's a dangerous player, and he's going to get an opportunity to put the ball in the net. Now Cade will kick it over the near touchline. Regulation, 2-0 lead for the Tigers from Evansville Memorial. Great job of sealing off that time, so they will lose a little bit of experience, but not much. Here is the Elsperman cross on the play. Got an opportunity far side, and they're going to blow it dead. So the left-footed kick into the goal by Alicia Murphy will be waved off.
That's certainly not what the defensive players want, and oftentimes ends up in a goal.
Doesn't what the coach doesn't want that either. That's for sure.
No, it's not pretty, but the name of the game is to stick the ball in the goal. So, however the ball gets there.
Cade now will knock it over the near touch line. As coming in as well is going to be Elizabeth Foss again, and she will be at a striker position now for head coach Laborde. Obviously, the Panthers missed the presence of Allison Laborde, their 5'2 freshman, who broke her arm earlier today in the state semifinal. Laborde with 8 goals and 24 assists coming in to the state finals this weekend. 19 minutes remaining in the match. 2-0 lead for the Lady Tigers from Evansville Memorial, looking for some more. Number 19, Ashley Short, looking into the midfield third. 50-50 ball as they battle in the middle of the pitch, and they say play on. This is soccer. Number 10 with the ball now is Taylor Stevens, looking for Tierman. Header on the play, trying to get some help over there, and she runs out of real estate. And a good job by Sarah Stone to come out from between the pipes for the Tigers.
Another counterattack there for Fort Wayne Snider. If they can just find a way to slip somebody in and get that one goal back, it'll change everything here for the last 18 minutes or so.
Oh, you'd be able to see a definite difference on the defense for the Tigers with a 1-goal lead as opposed to 2. 18-19 remaining in the match. Again, a counter on the play. Good job of coming back from the weak side and helping out by number 20, Katie Milligan.
Both coaches just coaching away on the sidelines, talking to their players. Coach Lensing in particular still pushing her girls on. A lot of credit to Coach Lensing. You're up 2 goals in the state championship match, and she could pull her players back and say, you know, we're just going to win this thing 2-0. But Memorial's really been pushing forward, making it very exciting as the game continues.
Well, this program has had 8 state final appearances since soccer was sanctioned back in 1994, so they have definitely had the rule to roost in the South and the Hoosier State.
Well, and each of those trips provides the players with the experience. When you show up here on this weekend, so much of a team's ability to play is about confidence, is about playing calmly as you possibly can given the situation. And Memorial being very familiar with the Final Four really shows up when you watch Coach Lensing's team play. They just look comfortable here.
Yeah, I definitely know that to be a fact from Northwest Indiana coach with the Maryville Pirate program back in the turn of the millennium. Brian Pass team, the first year they were here, they were shell-shocked in the first 20 minutes of action and just really couldn't get anything going. The next year that they were here, it's just totally different situation.
It is. We talked to our girls before last year and, in fact, brought them down here to Kuntz Stadium the day before we played in the Final Four, and brought them into the stadium, sat them down, talked to them about what it was going to look like here, how many people were going to be here, really tried to prepare them as much as we could so that once they got here, it wasn't something that they hadn't thought about. It wasn't anything more exciting. They weren't more anxious than they were already going to be playing, and again, Evansville Memorial.
The disruption of practice, you got family with tickets and everything else and bus schedules, so it's not your normal practice week routine. So I guess in your case, just trying to normalize things as much as possible.
The distance, etc. I think sometimes Indianapolis teams here have a little bit of this day of soccer in the Final Four. 15
minutes remaining here in the match. 2-0 lead for Evansville Memorial. The Panthers trying to have this lead. They've had some opportunities here in the second half, but have not been able to finish. Now offensive third on the play for the Tigers. Good job of countering, getting tripped up temporarily, and a foul is going to be called on the trip up there of Courtney Davies. Right now up there, they've got the aforementioned Machieski at left forward. And they've also pushed forward in a position change here, Coach. They got Borkenstein right now up at forward where she was playing defense throughout the whole day.
Well, you know, you're under 15 minutes to go. You're down 2 goals in a state championship match. Whatever things you got up your sleeve, whatever players you can push forward.
And Borkenstein created an opportunity that time in the goal box that resulted in a throw-in now in the offensive third. But the Tigers have the answer now with 13:40 remaining in the match. 2-0 lead for the Evansville Memorial Tigers. The 22nd goal of the campaign at 23:38 off a header by Susan Elsperman. And then another goal at in the second half of play on an Elsperman corner. And Renee Machieski, the 5'11 senior, will take a seat on the Panther bench. 12:55 remaining in the match. On the boys' side of things, the Zionsville Eagles getting set to do battle against the Evansville Memorial Tigers, and it's been a long day for the Sea of Blue on the far side, but they would like nothing better to come out here with a double win.
Right. You know, they had to split their attention between matches this morning at 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock, and then they had come back here now, and they've got a 6 o'clock and an 8 o'clock. It's been quite a day of soccer if you're from an Evansville Memorial fan.